Good afternoon and welcome. Well, today we're going to make something a little different than I usually do. It's called Cranberry Oat Bars. Now I realize that this is the end of March and I'm talking cranberries, but you know, in the fall when cranberries come on sale, I buy several bags of them and put them in the freezer because I like to have things like cranberry oat bars, and sometimes if we have turkey during the winter, it's nice to have a cranberry sauce. So today, what we're going to do is the cranberry oat bars. Now the first thing I had to do, and I had to do this before we set up, was to take one bag, which is about 12 ounces of cranberries, along with a quarter cup of water and a half a cup of sugar. And I had to cook these until they were kind of, I don't know if you could see them, kind of gelatinous here. And they had to cool for 30 minutes. That's why we didn't come on right away. So now we're going to finish our cranberry oat bars. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to, I've got some oatmeal here because they're cranberry oat bars. Now I'm going to do 2 cups of oatmeal. Now this is not quick oats. This is rolled oats. Please don't do quick oats. It makes it really gummy. And you don't want gummy bars. There's 1 cup. This is a half cup measure. That's why I'm doing that. And here's 2 cups. Okay. Now we're going to add flour to it. We're going to add 1½ cups of flour. This is just plain all-purpose flour. Let's get half a cup. Get some scooped out here. Whole cup. And then here's our other half cup. I know I'm not supposed to shake flour, but I am in this instance. Alright, now, got a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to pour in there. And a teaspoon of cinnamon. Whoops, I dropped the bowl in there. Well, we'll get it fished out there. Alright, now I'm going to stir this around just a little here. Get it mixed up a little. See if we can get that cinnamon going here. Going our way. Alright. Now, in the mixing bowl here, I'm going to add 1 cup of butter, which happens to be 2 sticks of butter. We can get it out of here. You know, I forgot to put this butter out early enough to make these. So I did a little trick, and it'll work for you too. I put the butter in on a plate in the oven and turned the oven light on. And believe it or not, in less than an hour, I had softened to room temperature butter, which really helps when you're in a pinch like I am sometimes. Okay, now I'm going to have some out of that cup of butter. I'm going to add 1½ cups of light brown sugar. Get my little bear out of there first. Okay, let's see if we can get 1½ cups of light brown sugar out of here. Now we're not going to pack this too heavily. Just kind of lightly pack it. It's a half a cup. Here's another half cup. And we'll get another one here. Alright. And here's a half cup. Now what we're going to do, put our bear back in there, we're going to mix this together. Turn this on. Okay, we got that pretty well mixed. I want to push down the sides here because the butter has come up a little on the sides. We don't want to waste any butter. I'm going to turn this on, let it go again. I'm going to add an egg. 1 egg, room temperature. I'm going to get that in there. Okay, now I'm going to turn my machine back on. And I'm going to add the oat and the flour mixture, a little at a time so it can be incorporated. Scrape down this one more time. Make sure it's well combined. Okay, now take the beaters out. Clean hands are the best cook's tool right here. I'm going to set this back here. Now, I have a 9 by 13 pan here. I have lined it with parchment paper and I've sprayed it with a cooking spray so that it won't stick. Now I'm going to take about 2/3 of this dough. Heavy, 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 heavy. All right. I think a little more. We'll do a little more here. It's not quite 2/3, I don't think. It's a little stiff, so you have to be careful. And then I'll show you a little trick to get this spread out. Let me get that right in there for the time being. Now, what we're going to do is take a piece of saran wrap. I don't know if you can see this. We'll take a piece of saran wrap. And what we're going to do is use it to spread this dough out so that it won't stick to your fingers. Here we go. Takes forever, looks like. But we'll keep working on it here. Okay, now that we've got our dough spread out in the bottom of the pan, now we're going to take our mixture of cranberry sugar and water. I'm going to put that in the pan. We're going to spread this out. I shouldn't do that with the camera running because it echoes. Alright, so now we're going to just take this and kind of move it around. Now it's kind of gelled, so it will spread out once you bake it. Get it going here. Oh, it looks, wish you could smell it, so good. Okay, now we're going to take the rest of our dough and we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of these are chopped pecans. So we're just going to kind of add these to the rest of the dough. Just kind of get in there and kind of smoosh them in. You know, this takes a little time, but it's well worth it. I think you'll enjoy them. Now, okay. Let's see what we can come up with here. And I'm just going to kind of lay this out. I'm going to use my fingers. That's your best tool, you know. In the kitchen, your fingers are your best tools. I'm going to spread this around. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't know about you, but I'm not a perfect baker or cook. Sometimes you just have to get in there and get messy. Ooh, looks good. Then I'll show you what we're going to do with it. Now I have preheated my oven to 325. I think I'll just dump the rest of this right in. There we go. Okay. Now here we go again. I'm going to get another piece of saran wrap, and I'll tell you why. It's a lot easier than using your fingers sticking to it. Let's take another piece of saran wrap. And let's just start laying it in here. There you go, right? Just like this. Press it down. You don't have to be neat. It doesn't have to cover everything. Get it down in the corners there. This saves a lot of sticky fingers. Get it smoothed out here as much as you can. Alright. Pull this off. Get rid of it. Now we're going to stick this in the oven. Let me wipe my hands off here. I'm going to stick this in the oven. 325, 40, 45 minutes. Let's get it right in here. Alright, well, welcome back. Now we've cooked this we've baked it actually for about 40 minutes. And now we've let it cool for about 2 hours. Hope you can see what this looks like. It's very tempting, doesn't it? Put this over here. I'm going to pull this out, put it here. I'm going to get rid of this pan real quick. Set that over here. Now, let's cut a piece and see what it tastes like, shall we? Our Beagle's down here. She'd like to know what it tastes like. But I think we'll skip the Beagle. Alright, we're going to pull this paper off. Corner piece. Sometimes it's hard to get off the... Oh boy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it just fell apart. Look how tender that is. Let's do another one here. So tender. Oh my. Look at that. So this is a cranberry oat bar. Look at that. You got cranberries, pecans. I absolutely love the tartness of the cranberries. Simple, easy to prepare. I hope you enjoy. Until next time, blessings to you and your family.